Joining us today in the kitchen is fellow MasterChef alumni Lynton Tapp. Welcome, mate.
Thanks for having me, Ben.
Now, it's been 2013, so it's been a few years since you finished up. What is the biggest thing that has happened? What's the thing that you look back on and go, that sort of made it all worthwhile?
Probably Australia Day this year when I got flown to London to cook for Camilla Parker Bowles.
Yeah, that'll probably do it.
Yeah, I got to meet her and cook for her, so that was a really... And then subsequently Alexander Downer offered me a job to be the Australian chef for Australia House in London.
MasterChef, tops, well done. We thank you very much. So what are you making today?
This is just really simple Thai-style chicken curry. You know, I've got some nice curry paste. It's been store-bought, but I've just got a simple trick to amp it up and take it to a really nice home meal.
So that's not a bad thing, buying the store-bought curry paste and then just what I refer to as pimping them up a little bit.
Exactly. So, like just a few little tips and tricks to take it from a store-bought product. It is great quality. Like you can smell the spices in there, but just by adding a few little things to it will transform your dish from a simple everyday chicken curry to something that you'd be happy to serve anytime.
All right, so hang around. Lynton's going to show us how to take store-bought curry and pump it up to something you would serve to a royal. So chicken thigh, would you recommend? I reckon that's the better cut.
Yeah, I love dark meat chicken. You know, you can braise it, you can cook it until it's succulent. It's got a higher fat content than breast, so it's a lot more forgiving for a home cook.
Yeah.
Right now, very simply, I'm going to braise this for up to 2 hours in a low oven. And so then by that stage, it'll just be falling apart. It's going to be a one-pot wonder because we're going to caramelise the curry paste, the cashews, the coconut cream in this pot. So that's going to get all the flavour in there. You don't want to remove it from your pot.
Yep.
So very simply, you know, we've talked about a lot, you know, seasoning. And once I put this salt in, you know, it's not really going to need seasoning later on. I'll start with the base and it'll just be a touch up maybe when we serve it.
So when you cooked for Camilla, what did you cook?
I cooked kingfish tartare.
Yep.
And Wagyu, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's South Australian Hiroshima kingfish, you know, sustainable. And I made because it's Australia Day, you know, it's meant to be steak and salad. So I made a beautiful little beetroot sauce with black garlic and a gastrique to make it like a, you know, my take on a gourmet tomato sauce. Yep. So curry paste into the food processor. And I've got here the base ingredients for all Southeast Asian curry paste, you know, shallots, garlic, coriander root and ginger. And so that's just going to pump it up, give it an extra added flavour, extra base and extra oomph.
Yeah, you think about the flavour that's already in there and then you're adding a heap more flavour to it.
Yeah, fresh, you know, they're actually, because, you know, as good as that was made, you know, a few months ago and it's in a jar. So I'm just brightening up again with the flavours that are already in there, just reaffirming that. You know, it's like, it's like, you know, when you make a beautiful jus at the end, you just put a little bit of fresh wine in there to bring out that flavour again. So it's exactly the same concept. Bit of oil, just to help loosen, cook it off properly. You know, I saw this old little Thai lady, she said, if in doubt, add more shallots and garlic. And I think that's great, you know, you can't go wrong if you're adding, you know, in that style of cooking.
It's strange, isn't it? You think of European, it'd be if in doubt, add more butter and cream.
Yeah, and salt and pepper, but no, more shallots and garlic. And that's done.
That's it.
And so it's a little bit more rustic now. You know, and you can smell that garlic and ginger, you know, fresh ginger, as I said, I love using it. It's quite got that real fresh note and it just elevates everything, cuts through a lot of heavy flavours. So how's our chicken going there? Is it getting a nice...
So you want some colour, don't you?
Yeah.
So I reckon we've got probably another
couple of minutes.
Yeah.
So now it's time to add the curry paste, which I'll just hand over to you. And then we're just going to cook it all off together for a couple of minutes to combine the flavours and, as I said, soften the shallots and garlic. One thing I think, you know, I was just thinking about looking at this chicken cooked and caramelised. People, you know, they don't want to overcook the chicken while they're browning it off or any sort of meat. The point of braising is it overcooks it to the point where it breaks down the proteins and the fats inside the muscle so it becomes pull apart.
Yep.
So don't be afraid to really spend your time caramelising the meat and developing that flavour.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to show people at home, but you can see it's a nice, deep, vibrant red now. And you can smell the sugars, they're starting to caramelise. Great colour on the chicken, so it's time to go in the oven.
Yep.
Let's just simply degaze with a bit of stock. You know, for exact quantities, I'll just grab a little bit more water. You know,
you're talking about it really thickened up the sauce, or the paste in as well.
Yeah.
Like all the moisture was gone out of it, really intense.
The cashews are really going to help, you know, add to the sauce, the thickness. So now we just put a lid on that and pop it into an oven, 150 for 2 hours, or until the chicken starts to fall apart. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's great.
oh, it smells so good.
You can see those cashews have made a beautiful sauce as well. Lots of texture. And look at this.
Great comfort food.
Yeah, the chicken's just falling apart. So that's about an hour and a half in the oven, 2 hours.
Yep.
It's got great reduction, so you know I'm not going to bother about reducing it at all. We're just going to do a simple season up, serve it, top it with some fresh coriander and chilli.
So it's got that satay consistency to
yeah,
it, isn't it?
I love that texture and taste that these cashews gives this. So using the coconut cream like a butter.
Yep, that's that finishing touch.
Yeah, so if you can just give that a bit of a mix around.
Yes, mate. All the crunchy bits on the
Gooey.
outside. Or,
Yeah, see, I love that touch of coconut cream in that. It's got a nice heat from the curry paste that we use. Bit of lime juice. There we go. If you just want to get that in there.
Put it in there.
Yep, I'll slice some chilli.
And the heat you get from fresh chilli is a bit different, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit more pungent, you know. I'm putting it in at the end for a reason. I'll just get some fresh coriander.
Yes. I love this recipe, mate.
Look at that. How beautiful does that look? Yes. So you can serve that on rice, as you said, you know, roti. That would be delicious with roti. As soft tacos, you know, you don't think of it like as just a Southeast Asian dish. You can pair it with any carb that you want. Look at that.
That is a ripper. This will be being cooked in the Milbourne household quite a bit, this one.
There you have it. My pull-apart chicken with cashews. Absolutely delicious, simple. Remember some tips if you're buying store-bought curry, add some base ingredients to it, blitz it up, and it's going to take it to a whole new level.
Mate, thanks for helping me out again. That one is, as I said, being cooked in my kitchen once a week for sure.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.